So good afternoon. This is a quick video by request. There's a Facebook group about station wagons. I forget the name of it. It's Long Roofs, and it's fans of station wagons. And I look at that page every now and then, and my brother's a member of that, and he comments on that page quite a bit. We both love station wagons. The very first car I owned was a station wagon. And surprisingly, I have never owned another station wagon, but always loved station wagon. I remember vacations, we would borrow my Uncle Johnny's country Squire to travel across the country. And then I had a Ford Fairlane station wagon in 1967. So apparently somebody on that Facebook group had said, oh, they don't make diecast, or they don't make many diecast station wagons. And, well, that's not really true. And so for those on that page, maybe you'll see this and be inspired. So here we have three matchboxes. This beautiful Ford Fairlane, I believe this is a 1964 Ford Fairlane. And this I picked up in a Matchbox 5-pack. And these are on the pegs on the shelves in places like Target and Walmart. So, they're not tough to find. And this is a nice example with no wild graphics or motor in the back. And if you want, some basic station wagons, Matchbox. I love this 64 Fairlane. This 1959 Chevy Impala has the plastic canoe and stuff on the roof, but it is what they call the National Parks livery, or the Camp Arrow Flint. I'm sorry, they're a different livery. And this comes off. It just pulls out. And it doesn't have an interior because of the pull-off feature. I took a little paint pen and put the red on there. So Matchbox makes some very decent station wagons, and these old American Iron are two examples. But fear not if you're overseas, because Matchbox makes a beautiful Mercedes S123, or what we knew of here as a 300D, or 300TD turbo diesel in station wagons. This is a 2019 or 2020 release, and this is a nice stock Mercedes station wagon, popular all over the world. And then Hot Wheels does some decent wagons. I will show this. This is a 1955 to 57 Ford Fairlane station wagon. It's not called that. It's called the 8 Crate. But it is a 2-door ranch wagon. This particular one doesn't have crazy graphics, but you will notice that this one has the engine in the back and the chrome interior. But there you go, some Matchbox and Hot Wheels. Let's show a couple more examples of Hot Wheels. And again, fear not, folks, it's not just old American Iron. This Nissan or Datsun 510 Bluebird wagon. Now, Hot Wheels makes several of these, some of them in premium. This is a basic line. Most of these you will find with like racing graphics, but it's tasteful. And there are some premium ones. So again, this video is not specifically for the diecast collector. Most of you guys know about this. This is for a new group that my brother plans to share this video. And again, a modern foreign station wagon, a Volvo 850 Estate from Hot Wheels. Volvo 850 Estate. It doesn't give the year of the vehicle, but the 850, if you remember from the mid to late 90s, the T5 Turbo. This has some race graphics on it, but it's a cool wagon, and luckily they came out with more versions. There's that white one. There's this blue rally version here. This metallic blue paint is perfect, and for non-diecast people, for station wagon aficionados that want to get this, and they're like, oh, I just wish it didn't have the race graphics. Look around on YouTube. Several of my friends, Sol from Sol's Diecast Dynasty, and I know Mick67, a couple of people, they will show you the dry erase marker trick where you can remove the tampos or the graphics without damaging the paint. That is something I eventually plan to do with this, because this is a beautiful blue and on a beautiful station wagon. But fear not, you don't have to go through all that, because currently the latest release of this Volvo wagon is a perfectly stock red one. And they have, instead of the wild graphics, they have what's called tampos for the headlights, taillights, and badging. So these are your two, basic brands in the United States that are available for $1. And then overseas, you have brands like Majorette, and they have this beautiful Peugeot 508, station wagon. And Majorette had been out of the U.S. market, but is coming back to stores like Target and Hobby Lobby. So I don't know if this particular station wagon would be available. This was sent to me from a friend who I believe sourced it overseas. And this one has an opening rear hatch, beautiful details, very realistic. See, you can see the badges and the license plate and the lensed insert for the headlights. Another American brand that may have a few wagons would be Johnny Lightning. Now, this is a Ford Falcon panel van. I've had this for quite a while, but of course, anybody that knows that this panel van is really just a station wagon with the windows filled in with metal. And I don't know if they still have this one available. I've had this one for 15 years. And this is, got a Saturday Evening Post decoration on it, so that some of the older folks among us might recognize that. There is another American brand that I do not have their station wagon, but again, if you're interested, it's called Auto World. And I don't have their station wagon. I have several of their cars, but the example that I'll show is actually going to be a pickup truck, just to show the level of detail. Auto World. So as Matchbox and Hot Wheels are $1, Majorette are a little bit more expensive and maybe harder to find. In the United States, Walmart carries Auto World, or most Walmarts, and I believe there are other stores. I think Hobby Lobby and Target and some locations carry them. And of course, anything can be purchased online. Now, these trucks are generally the more expensive of the Auto World line, and they are only $5. The Auto World cars are about $3.50. So the station wagons, I would imagine, if you can find them in the store, run between $3.50 and $5.50. Another brand that I know is available in Hobby Lobby, I believe also in some Targets, and of course hobby dealers and online, is Greenlight. And if you love station wagons, then seeing the details on this 1980s Mercury Colony Park wagon should really be up your alley. I mean, the wood grain, the chrome trim, the authentic wheel covers, nice beige interior. Look at the details on that. So if you're not a diecast person, but you're a station wagon fan, and you say, oh, I wish I had, The selection's not huge, like exotic cars or muscle cars, but there are enough. I mean, so that's I believe in 1983 or 85. Let's see. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go. Mercury Grand Marquis Colony Park. Here is the Ford LTD version. And this one is the Louisiana State Police, but there are plain white and there are baby blue with wood paneling and the roof racks and so forth. 1987 Ford LTD Crown Victoria Wagon, which I believe 88 or so was the last year that was made. And again, fear not, fans of foreign cars. Greenlight makes the Volkswagen Squareback wagon, and this one has the windows painted over. It's a panel van, but they do have ones with the windows that are clear and even a little roof rack, and believe the rear hatch opens. It's been a while since I've tried to open this one up. So this is a shorter video. It's just station wagons in diecast. I thought I had more wagons in diecast. I don't, but I will be looking. For those that are nostalgic for TV shows, there are several companies that make the Plymouth station wagon from the Brady Bunch. And then there are fantastical, gasser drag strip versions of wagons, like this 64 Nova wagon gasser from Hot Wheels. And again, these ones are $1. The most expensive ones up here, I guess, would be the Greenlight. You can find more expensive. There are all sorts of diecast companies that make station wagons. For those that are into European cars, there are brands like Norev, Majorette, Schuko. For Asian wagons, there are Tomica Premium, Tomica Limited Vintage, and these are 1/64th scale, there are 1/43rd scale, 1/32nd scale, 1/24th scale, 1/18th scale. So the larger the number, 64, the smaller the car, that would be the smallest, and 1/18 would be the largest. Those would be about a foot long. So anywhere from 2.5 inches to 12 inches long in diecast cars. So I hope that piques your interest. And if you're not a diecast person, but you're a station wagon person, head on over to Amazon or eBay or just Google. Head on over to YouTube and see all of the wonderful people that show their diecast collections online. So if you like this, like it, click the little like button, share it with your friends, subscribe, comment down below. Have a good day. Thank you.